This is End of the Road in Michigan. Thanks for stopping by. Tonight, we're traveling back to a cold December evening in 1930, to the village of Elkton in Michigan's thumb. It was the kind of night when the streets were quiet, families were settling in for supper, and the air smelled like winter. And then the sirens broke the silence. December 14, 1930. The Elkton schoolhouse was on fire. The alarm spread quickly. The village siren wailed, and telephone operators, many working by hand, relayed urgent messages across town. Eyewitnesses would later say the flames could be seen for miles, lighting up the night sky in a towering glow of orange. The old school didn't stand a chance. Built with wood floors, wood walls, and wood ceilings, it burned fast and hot. Residents rushed to the scene, but the fire had already taken hold. Even with help from the fire engine out of nearby Pigeon, it was too late. All they could do was watch. Some wept, others stood silently. And then, in what many remembered as the most heartbreaking moment, the old school bell, silent through the blaze, finally gave way. It fell with a heavy, echoing thud as the roof collapsed around it. That bell had marked the start of the school day for 28 years. Now, it marked the end. All the school's records, decades of student history, were lost in the vault that couldn't stand up to the heat. By morning, the school was gone. A two-story brick building, reduced to a smoldering pile of ash and rubble. But Elkton didn't sit still. The town's Board of Education, led by Dr. H.J. Fox, acted fast. Alongside Superintendent Ivan Curl and the school's faculty, they created a plan. Within days, school was back in session. High school classes moved into the Wagoner Store building, now better known to locals as the former Bud's Bar. Younger students met in the basement of the Evangelical Church, a building that would later become the Elkton United Methodist Church. It wasn't ideal, but the town made it work. By March 1931, construction had already begun on a new school. The gymnasium was the first section completed, large enough to serve as an auditorium. That spring, the gym hosted the graduation ceremony for the class of 1931. The names of that class were printed proudly: Maurice L. Fopel, Edna Heck, Raymond Gasho, Iris Bose, and Orville H. Snyder. He'd return years later to serve the same community, as a teacher, coach, and principal. By fall, the new school building was ready, modern, well-equipped, and quickly called the finest in Huron County. For nearly 3 decades, it served Elkton's high school students until consolidation in 1960 merged the Elkton, Pigeon, and Bayport school systems. The building that burned in 1930 had been more than brick and wood. It was a symbol of Elkton's growth, a place where students learned their ABCs, wrote their first essays, and lined up for recess in the Michigan snow. It had stood since 1903, back when Elkton only went to 11th grade. By 1907, it offered a full high school curriculum. In 1925, it earned accreditation from the University of Michigan. When it was lost to fire, the town could have paused, could have waited, but instead, it rebuilt. Fast. Because that's what towns like Elkton do: they mourn, and then they move forward. This has been End of the Road in Michigan. If you found this story worth sharing, leave us a review and tell a friend. The past isn't always far away, it's just waiting to be remembered. Until next time, take care.